Hello and welcome to the Wednesday edition of the United Front Show. My name is Raz. We've got a big game tomorrow. So Man United versus Crystal Palace. So Wilfred Zaha, I wonder if he's going to try to make a point and maybe prove that he should have been a Man United player. But you know what? We'll see. We've got bigger problems to worry about, right? 3 games left in the season, and United definitely need this one. Not because, obviously, the main reason is because we want to make it in the top 4. In addition to that, we've got clubs around us that seem to be picking up points as well. So it's going to be very important. Obviously, we've got Leicester City, that we're tied for right now. I think Leicester is 4th and we are 5th. Not I know. And in addition to that, Leicester take on Sheffield United. That's going to be a very, very good game. And we are obviously hoping that Sheffield can come through and do their magic. And then, the rest is history. No, not quite that easy. But anyway, before we jump into that, let's talk about what's happening in the news. Basically, there's tons of great stuff out there. Marcus Rashford, again, being praised for the great work that he's doing in terms of charity. This time he's going to be getting an honorary degree from the University of Manchester. So that is awesome, well deserved. Obviously did a lot for the community and continues to do that with the kids in terms of making sure that kids have meals and all of that other great stuff. So lots of buzz about that young man. So hopefully he continues to do that. In addition to that, in terms of tomorrow's lineup, apparently Paul Pogba could be out. That's according to Manchester Evening. And Solskjaer basically stated that, look, maybe he came back a little too soon, especially being out for so long. We have to, check him out and make sure that, he's back to his best. When Pogba plays well, he's one of the best players in the world, and, you can hardly stop him, right? So I agree with Solskjaer, but, it was kind of odd to see Pogba substituted in the 63rd minute against Southampton. So maybe there's something there. Who knows? But anyway, Fred might be the one replacing Paul Pogba. So we'll see what that looks like. Obviously, Fred brings a little bit more energy. He's driven. I'm sure he wants to grab his opportunity and show that he should be starting. Some other problems that we have, obviously, is we've got Brandon Williams and Luke Shaw, who are both injured. Apparently, Luke Shaw has got a swollen ankle and could be out for a while. And then we also have, obviously, Brandon Williams, who had a cut right above his eye. And, obviously, Man United played with only 10 men in the last few minutes. Well, the supposed, replacement for those two is going to be Diogo Dalot. We all know that Dalot is actually a right back and has been really kept out of the game by Wan-Bissaka, and rightfully so. Wan-Bissaka is just on a different level. Anyway, Dalot could be the replacement. We'll see what that looks like. Not putting too much, emphasis on who's going to be playing or any of that, because we've seen that change multiple times, right? And rightfully so. Why should we show our cards to our competitors? It didn't work that great last game because obviously Southampton were physical and they were ready to play. So, in other news, anyway. I am showing that, Paul Pogba, and this is being reported by The Sun, Paul Pogba could be on the verge of agreeing a 5-year deal with Man United. Not really sure if that's going to happen or not. I think a lot of that, is, based on where Man United finish at the end of the season. Still have 3 games left. We still have the, Europa League to contend for, and all of that. So I can see it happening. I would definitely welcome that, even after all the drama that United have been, faced with during Pogba's last, 3 years at United. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Same thing, with Jadon Sancho. It all depends on whether Man United make the Champions League or not. And here's the story behind that. Obviously, there's financial, implications that are involved with the Champions League, and couple that with what's been happening in in the world with COVID-19. Not many businesses have been unaffected, unless you are Amazon, right? I mean, they're doing really well. Tesla, I think, is doing well as well. But if you're in the world of sports, where a lot of your revenue depends on fans by the gates and everything else. I mean, TV money and all of that. There's a lot on the line. So I can see how that that could be. The Daily Mail also reported that Man United have quite a quite a field of young players that are coming up. Mentioned in there. Are Brandon Williams. Obviously, we've talked about him. Mason Greenwood was not on that list because he's already playing in in the first team. You got Heath Chong that's on there, Laird, and a few others. So Garner. So look, the future is bright, as I like to say. The future is bright red. So that's awesome. Mason Greenwood, he is a doubt for tomorrow. Apparently, his ankle is pretty swollen. Again, I'm still very, very bitter. I'm not happy with that challenge that came from Romeo. I think that was cowardly for a player that experienced. You can call it that was experience. I don't care. I mean, it's Mason Greenwood. I mean, he's a young lad, and I guess that's the way you show him respect. I mean, you could end a kid's career. I mean, who knows if that ankle is going to heal properly after this. I mean, obviously, knock on wood, and let's hope he does. But we know who to thank if in the event the kid's career is damaged. I don't care. That was intentional. It was intentional. There's no debate on that, right? So, anyway. Next topic, obviously, Solskjaer believes his Man United are close to emulating previous sides. This is reported in the Daily Mail. Previous sides, Sir Alex sides, I'm not sure, not quite yet, because I could tell you that, and I don't want to be too critical. These boys are trying their best, and they're trying to do the best that they can. There's a lot of, there's signs there, but we're not quite there yet. So I wouldn't go that far. So apart from that, Bruno Fernandes is actually first in the table of players that have accumulated the most amount of goals and the most number of assists in Man United history. So during his however many games Bruno has played now, he's had 7 goals, 7 assists for a total of 14 goals and assists. Right behind Bruno is Robin van Persie, who had 8 goals, and I'm sorry, this is after 11 games, I guess. Robin van Persie had 8 goals and 4 assists. Dwight York, if you remember when we got him from Aston Villa, 7 goals, 4 assists, and then the great Eric Cantona, 5 goals and 6 assists, and the story goes on. So let's talk about what tomorrow means. We got a very, very big game, very, very important. Obviously, Man United are tied. We're in 5th place, but on goal difference, Leicester are 4th. Leicester have 3 points. I'm sorry, 3 goals more than we do. What that means is, we definitely and desperately need a victory. In the event we don't win, what does that mean? Well, Leicester face Tottenham, and that is going to be on Sunday. That's their next game. And then the last game is the following Sunday, the 26th, against Man United. So we have to win this. This is a must-win. I think there's a lot of pressure on the team, a lot of pressure on the boys. I'm sure they're tired and have given a lot of energy here in the last few games. And, this is squeaky bum time, and hopefully we're not going to be squeaking. Hopefully we're going to be squeaking through past, all these teams that are left that we have to play. So, other than that, look, it is what it is. Really excited about, how Man United are playing. Still 18 games unbeaten, and, may the record continue to go, what can we do? Anyway, don't forget to share your your thoughts, and please make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you on Friday, hopefully with some great, fantastic news about how Man United are going to beat Crystal Palace. Until then, I am out. See you then.